You live in a universe where many features of your existence are apparently unknown. These unknown features are often looked upon as mysteries by most people, but they are also looked upon as areas of the world that have yet to be explored by scientists. While many people feel that these areas of existence are completely unknowable, there are some people who understand the true nature of the universe. The universe is an infinite collection of vibrations that possess infinite degrees of varying intensities that make each vibration within the collection different and unique. The universe, or the room, or the place, etc. that you are in right now is simply a collection of vibrations. These vibrations are constantly morphing and changing though. When one object comes into contact with another object, the vibrations of both objects tend to change to a certain degree. This is the nature of the universe in all locations too. The truly interesting and amazing aspect of these vibrational dimensions is the fact that you can change the dimensions you exist within. By simply changing your thoughts, you can change the vibrations that are around you. While it may seem rather commonplace to most people to think about the world that lies beyond the location they are at right now, there is more to this process than most people realize. By simply placing your focus on the outside world that is beyond the current room or building you are in right now, you change the frequency you are personally vibrating at. If you continue to give thought to the world beyond the building you currently occupy, and you think about going outside, you will likely go outside. Once you go outside, the set of vibrations you are surrounded by will change to match the thoughts you were holding in your mind, and you will see vibrations that are related to the vibrations you were thinking about. This is true for all dimensions in existence too. The library of God is this infinite set of dimensions that are at your disposal. Whether you want to be rich, whether you want to learn about a specific subject, whether you want to visit a specific destination, you can simply put your attention on the vibration of that, or in other words, put your attention on that subject, and you will start to vibrate like that subject. And as you give your attention to the dimension that you would like to be in, the dimension where you are at your favorite vacation spot, or the dimension where you are wealthy, or the dimension where you are brilliant, you literally begin to attract those dimensions, those vibrations, into your experience. There is an infinite set of vibrations, or dimensions, for you to choose from. These vibrations can be morphed and mixed with other vibrations. They can be expanded upon. They can be added to. They can be magnified in intensity. There is truly no limit to the possibilities. You can select a vibration that is already in existence, such as wealth, fame, or something else that is already a well-known vibration that is present within the universe, but you can also create brand new vibrations, or in other words, dimensions, that are uniquely your own. You can easily tell which vibrations you are focusing on by observing the way you feel. The way you feel is a direct indicator of the current vibrational frequency you are emitting. The way you feel is also a direct indicator of the current vibrational frequency you are attracting to. So, when you feel good, you are tuned to a frequency that attracts good feeling experiences into your life. This phenomenon applies to all subjects. For example, take a second to focus on the vibration of fame. Think about how the most famous people in the world feel about their fame. Think about what it is like to be incredibly famous. Once you have your thoughts locked onto the thought of what it is like to be famous, you are at that moment feeling the very same feelings you would feel if you were currently experiencing the very same level of fame you are imagining. The thoughts you are thinking are a vibrational match to the way you feel. When you give your attention to thoughts of being famous, your thoughts are in vibrational harmony with fame, and as a result, you vibrate in harmony with fame as well. You can feel these vibrations in your body too. When you think about being famous, if that is something that is pleasing to you, you feel good when you think about it, unless you think about the drawbacks of being famous, which is an entirely different vibrational frequency. Once you see the relationship between the way you feel and the subject of fame, you can easily see how every subject has a vibrational frequency. When you look at any subject, your personal vibration morphs and changes to match the frequency of what you are giving your attention to, just as all objects in existence are constantly morphing and changing to match the vibrational frequencies of the objects that surround them. When you understand this, you can easily direct your attention towards what you want and achieve any goal you have set for yourself. You can always tell which subjects you are giving your attention to by observing what you are thinking about. If you were to think about what you want, you would experience correlating feelings that feel good, and these feelings would make you feel more like the way you would feel if you were actually living a life experience filled with what you want right now. By observing the thoughts you think as you give your attention to various subjects, and by observing the correlating feelings you experience as you give your attention to these subjects, you will put yourself in a powerful position to direct your thoughts and your attention towards subjects and thoughts that make you feel the way you want to feel. This process is literally just like traveling from one physical destination to another too. When you travel from one physical destination to another, just as you did earlier in this article, where you traveled from the current room you are in to the outside areas surrounding the room you are currently in, you are simply traveling from one set of vibrational frequencies to another set of vibrational frequencies. For example, if you are sitting in Los Angeles, California right now, and you want to travel to San Francisco, California, you would get in your car and you would drive from one location to another by thinking about visiting San Francisco. Now, if you never had the thought of visiting San Francisco, it is likely that the trip would take a long time if it was to ever be completed at all. On the other hand, if you intended to visit San Francisco, you would simply give your attention to visiting San Francisco, and you would continue to think about visiting San Francisco until you actually arrived in San Francisco. Most people would simply state that you traveled from one city to another, but in vibrational terms, you traveled from one set of vibrations, Los Angeles, to another set of vibrations, San Francisco. You did this transfer from one set of vibrations to another set of vibrations simply by using your thoughts too. While you did take action to accomplish this goal, in all likelihood, the action was only a direct result of your thoughts, which were in vibrational harmony with San Francisco. If your thoughts were in vibrational harmony with Los Angeles, on the other hand, you would have simply stayed where you were and you wouldn't have had any thoughts that were related to actions that would get you to San Francisco. This is true for any goal. If you want to travel from where you are to the state of being famous, you are simply thinking about traveling from the dimension where you currently reside, the set of vibrations making up your current surroundings, to another dimension or set of vibrations that are in harmony with fame. In order to move from one set of vibrations to the other, you simply have to give your attention to thoughts and subjects that are in harmony with the vibration of fame, and you will consistently move in the direction of accomplishing your goal of becoming famous. You can always tell whether or not you are moving in the direction of being famous by simply observing your thoughts. While many people can tell if their thoughts are in harmony with what they are wanting, some people may not be sure whether or not they are currently thinking about what they want or not. If this is the case for you, simply observe the way you feel when you give your attention to various subjects. If you feel good, or if you feel like you are already famous, then you are giving your attention to what you want and you are moving in the direction of what you want, and you can continue to use this process until you experience fame. You can use this process with any goal too. No matter what type of goal you have set for yourself, you can simply observe the current thoughts you are giving your attention to, and you will know whether or not you are moving in the direction of accomplishing what you are wanting to achieve. You can also observe the way you feel as well in order to tell whether or not you are moving in the direction of fulfilling your desires. When you feel good, you are moving in the direction of accomplishing what you want to achieve.